House announces new steps to combat the monkeypox outbreak, plus major changes are planned at the CDC to improve pandemic response. Also, local health care providers want to remind the public that their COVID-19 guidelines are still in place, why the protocols are still so important. This is News 3 Now at noon. Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. A man is recovering after he was shot in downtown Madison overnight. Police were called to the 700 block of East Main Street around 1 this morning for reports of gunshots. That's where they found the victim with a gunshot wound. The man was taken to the hospital and is expected to be okay. Police are still looking for a suspect. It's unclear what led up to the shooting. They say this was a targeted incident and there is no danger to the public. You can follow along as we learn more about this story on Channel 3000. Let's head to the Weather Center now. Meteorologist Greg Barnhart has a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Another great summer day out there.
Yeah, it is. Another great day. We got clouds out there right now, but otherwise we're hitting about 80 degrees. As you can see, we got some, as we call it, debris type clouds. These are from showers and thunderstorms much further north. Satellite, you can kind of see what we're getting from the northwest as all that stuff kind of comes down. No threat for any showers, but that's what the cloud cover will be for this afternoon. The main front is still well to the northwest we're watching. Oh, other than that, we're going to see upper 70s today with near 80 degrees. We should top out about 81, 82, which is a little bit above average. Southwest winds. And like I said, cloud cover will be there. Something to look at tonight. But we do have rain chances coming in, and they're starting tomorrow. And that's going to be the trickier forecast is when that stuff comes in the afternoon and evening.
Garbage clouds, huh?
Yep. That's what we call it.
All right, good to know. All right, we'll see you in a few minutes, Greg. Thank you. As Dane County continues to see COVID cases fluctuate, local health providers want to remind the community that their COVID protocols remain in place. In a joint message, area healthcare providers, including UW and SSM Health, said masks are still required inside their clinics and hospitals at all times. Some limitations on visitors are also still in place, and patients and visitors will continue to be screened for COVID-19 symptoms when checking into some facilities.
So when it comes to our hospitals, it really is number one about the safety of our patients. We don't want to give them COVID, have them get really sick, and have a bad outcome. Patients shouldn't expect that hospitals are giving them COVID-19.
Dr. Potoff said masks also help hospital staff stay healthy, which is important since many hospitals are still dealing with staff shortages. New research finds people who have COVID have a higher risk of developing neurological and psychiatric conditions up to 2 years after the infection. The latest Oxford University study looked at health records of more than 1 million patients diagnosed with COVID. Researchers found an increased risk of developing conditions such as dementia, psychosis, seizures, and brain fog for up to 2 years after COVID infection compared to patients with other respiratory infections. Adults also faced increased anxiety and depression. Children also more likely to develop seizures and psychotic disorders after COVID infection. Meanwhile, the CDC says more than 13,500 monkeypox cases have been confirmed around the country. Natalie Brand shares more on how the Biden administration is working to get more vaccines to the most vulnerable communities.
The White House announced that more monkeypox vaccine is on the way. 1.8 million more doses available for ordering starting Monday.
We are also now receiving administration data from jurisdictions, which helps us ensure we are distributing vaccines equitably across the country while also making sure they get to those who need them most.
Part of the strategy will include a pilot program to distribute vaccine at large events geared towards the communities at highest risk.
Up to 50,000 doses from the national stockpile to be made available for Pride and other events that will have high attendance of gay and bisexual men.
Last week, the FDA authorized a plan to stretch out the nation's limited supply of monkeypox vaccine by administering shots 1/5 the dose.
With the announcement, it increased our existing supply significantly without compromising safety or effectiveness.
Today's briefing comes one day after the CDC admitted it made mistakes in how it handled the coronavirus outbreak.
I think it's really important to understand the great work of this agency, but also to admit to areas where we needed to improve.
CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky announced a shakeup at the agency, including internal staffing moves and efforts to speed up data releases. Walensky says lessons learned from the COVID outbreak can help in the battle against monkeypox.
We learned some hard lessons over the last 3 years, and as part of that, it's my responsibility, it's the agency's responsibility to learn from those lessons and do better.
CDC officials hope to finalize reorganization plans and have them approved by early next year. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, the White House.
And the Department of Health and Human Services will have final approval over the CDC's plans to reorganize. Big news for college football fans today. Big Ten football is coming to CBS. The conference announced a new agreement with CBS, Fox, NBC, and the Peacock streaming platform. The record-breaking broadcasting agreement is worth $7 billion. College football games will begin broadcasting on these channels next fall, not this fall, and continue through the 2029-2030 season. For more on this deal, look for this story on channel3000.com. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Hard seltzers became much more popular during the pandemic, but now a new drink is all the rage. Details coming up.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon.
When cleaning your air ducts, it's important to clean the entire system. And air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer removes pounds of trapped dirt, dust, and allergens from your home completely. Call today for a free inspection.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Made in America is more than just a slogan. It's smart policy. When we manufacture things here, our shelves are stocked, and it creates jobs you can raise a family on. Like my parents had. My mom was a teacher, and my dad worked third shift. I'm tired of the excuses from millionaires running the Senate. I'll bring manufacturing back here, so folks like you who actually earn your paychecks finally get a fair shot. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
At Bachman Pools and Spas, we have 25 hot tubs on display.
Several models available for immediate delivery.
For a limited time, all new hot spring spas come with a revolutionary freshwater salt system for free.
That's a $1,200 value.
You owe it to yourself to experience soft, natural, healthy water.
Hurry in to take advantage of special 0% interest for 60 months. Plus, get a free freshwater salt system.
Relax, it's Bachman's.
When we needed new doors and windows for our home, we were looking for someone we could trust.
We've done the bargain brand windows.
What we loved about Next Door and Window is that they were different.
We really loved their educational approach.
Call 844-600-NEXT. 50% off your installation.
It's Steinhaffel's Labor Day mattress sale. Steinhaffel's has the largest selection of all the best mattress brands at the best prices. And during Steinhaffel's Labor Day mattress sale, you can get a Tempur-Pedic Queen mattress starting at just $22.49, or a Beauty Rest Black Queen mattress starting at just $20.99. With Steinhaffel's 60-month zero-interest financing, your new mattress just got more affordable. Isn't it time you got a good night's sleep? Relax, it's Steinhaffel's.
It's Fuel Frenzy Weekend this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Get a 24-cent fuel saver on Red Baron Pizza when you buy 3. A 20-cent fuel saver on Powerade when you buy 10. A 20-cent fuel saver on Little Debbie Family Packs when you buy 4. A 6-cent fuel saver on Pillsbury Classic Brownie Mix when you buy 3. And a 9-cent fuel saver on Pepperidge Farm Goldfish Crackers when you buy 3. Don't miss Fuel Frenzy Weekend this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee.
The Stanley Steamer started with one man, a van, and a whole lot of carpet. We've been innovating for a long time. Stanley Steamer now goes beyond carpet. Schedule a cleaning today.
Apple is reportedly gearing up to unveil its new iPhone 14 and Apple Watch Series 8 at a September 7th launch event. That's according to Bloomberg. The tech giant is expected to stream the media event online, as it has been doing since the beginning of the pandemic, instead of holding it in person. It's also believed Apple will introduce new Macs and iPads this fall. Michigan is the most affordable state for retirees, while Florida ranks as the best state overall for retirement, according to an annual study from Bankrate. Behind Michigan for affordability comes Tennessee and Missouri. In looking at best states overall for retirement, the study took into consideration well-being, culture and diversity, weather, and crime. Coming in second behind Florida on that list is Georgia, followed by Michigan, Ohio, Ohio, and Missouri. And Americans are finally catching a break when it comes to chicken wings. According to the Department of Agriculture, the average wholesale price of a pound of wings fell to $1.68 in July. That's their lowest price since 2018, before the pandemic. Analysts predict those prices will be short-lived, with football and basketball season just around the corner, boosting demand. That is your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Matt Piper.
Checking Wall Street at the noon hour, the Dow Industrials down 115 points. The NASDAQ managing a 1-point gain. The S&P 500 down 7 1/4. Well, during the pandemic, hard seltzers saw a huge increase in popularity, but now something new is brewing. Dina Demetrius explains.
Apple Pay, anything else? No, that's...
Eddie Muchamel manages Village Market and Liquors in Los Angeles and says business boomed in 2020.
During the pandemic, everything was selling like crazy.
With bars and restaurants closed, Americans drank more at home, and sales of hard seltzers skyrocketed, even when people started socializing again.
Like if I go to a party, it's usually Trulies and White Claws and then maybe some beers, but those are definitely the dominant drink of choice.
Dozens of new hard seltzer brands have popped up in the past couple of years, but after a huge rise, sales are now starting to fizzle, down 10% this year.
There's always a product life cycle.
John Berg with Nielsen IQ says while seltzers remain very popular, another drink is taking up space at stores.
Those shoppers that had been trying hard seltzers are now trying the cocktails.
Canned cocktails contain spirits like vodka or whiskey, where hard seltzers are malt-based like beer. Sales for the ready-to-drink products are taking off, up 55% this year.
We were really ready for this canned cocktail moment.
Sam Calagione is the founder of Dogfish Head Brewery, which started as a beer company but has extended into canned cocktails. Dogfish is owned by Boston Beer. The company known for Sam Adams also makes the popular hard seltzer Truly, and now Truly is branching out.
We've already announced that we're going to come out with a line of Truly vodka seltzers, so kind of playing in this interesting white space between what was a traditional seltzer and sort of a vodka soda cocktail.
Canned cocktails are creating buzz, but analysts say trends can shift as tastes change. Dina Demetrius, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Up next, Pam Yankee has your egg numbers. Plus, after high heat and drought, Europe is now dealing with record-breaking rain. And what does our forecast have in store? Greg has the details coming up.
At iMart Express, you'll save on glasses for classes. For $79, get 2 pairs with kid-safe polycarbonate lenses and a free 1-year frame warranty. Don't let the bell ring before you get a chance to save. A $200 value, all for $79.
Perfect your home's curb appeal with 11% off everything at Menards. Dutch Boy Max Bond exterior paint and primer in one provides superior adhesion to chalky, dirty, glossy, or previously painted surfaces. A gallon of exterior paint is $44.94 after 11% off. Works tools make it easy to maintain your yard. This 20-volt cordless trimmer and edger includes 2 batteries for extended runtime and is only $94.99 after 11% rebate now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Donate today.
I'm Tim Michaels. I'm not a politician. I'm a businessman who helped build a great Wisconsin company and created thousands of jobs. Tony Evers, Joe Biden, they're 2 peas in a pod. Both career politicians in way over their head, failing the country and the state of Wisconsin. That's why I'm running. We need to have strong, proven executive leadership in Madison that can get things done and make this state as great as it can be.
iMart Express owns selection, price, and speed. Need single vision? Get 2 pairs starting under $40. Progressives, 2 pairs start under $80. Nobody beats us, guaranteed. iMart Express. Right glasses, right price, right now.
For kids, inadequate access to food can cause more than just hunger pains. Tomorrow morning, Chris Reese breaks down the health impacts of food insecurity.
And we're tracking showers and thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon and evening. I'll have what to expect tomorrow at 4:30.
It's go time, people. We all have a story to tell. So let's come together, laugh out loud, to share some hope and joy, all on my new show.
Weekdays on WISC-TV starting September 12th. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Let's check in now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report. How was the fair yesterday?
Beautiful. Absolutely fantastic. The folks were welcoming. We had a lot of animals in the ring, and they all said, tell Mark and Susie Q and the rest of the crew at News 3 hello. So, yeah, great crowd up at Beaver Dam. Dodge County Fair continues through the weekend. We also have the Juneau County Fair that's up in Mauston and the Grant County Fair in southwest Wisconsin. So please make sure that you are capitalizing on this weather and getting out there to support those kids and those community groups that have stepped up to volunteer and make sure everything's in place. You know, pretty soon we're going to start to see more color around the state of Wisconsin. We have got the colors in the trees, and of course we've got the colors in the fields, and that's going to include our Wisconsin cranberry crop. The Wisconsin Cranberry Growers Association says again this year it looks like Wisconsin is going to top the world when it comes to cranberry production. 5.2 million barrels of that fruit expected to be harvested right here in the state of Wisconsin. That means Wisconsin will produce more than 63% of the nation's supply and more than 50% of the world's supply. So doing a wonderful job. And again, Tom Lochner, Executive Director of the Wisconsin Cranberry Growers, always wants to remind people it's not just about the crop, it's also about the technology and innovations that our Wisconsin cranberry growers are using to not only conserve water, but protect the environment. Remember, a lot of our cranberry bogs are surrounded by wildlife, and they are very, very keen on making sure their story is well beyond just the amount of fruit that they are producing for us. But it'll look like a pretty colorful fall for the cranberry growers. So kind of quiet today in Chicago as far as our dairy markets. Barrel cheese, block cheese, both unchanged. Double A butter dropped 3.5 cents today at $2.95.5. I was talking with Ryan Yonkman this morning, a dairy broker with Everag, Mark, and he said that right now, even though we've seen a lot of up and downs in dairy, the United States and Wisconsin particularly poised to capitalize on the international marketplace when it comes to sales. And let's not forget, some of the fluctuation we've been experiencing are simply schools trying to get their fluid milk back in place for the kids that are going to be coming through those doorways pretty quick.
Yeah, it's time to... What happened this summer?
I know. School bells are going to be ringing before you know it. School bus is back on the road.
All right, absolutely. All right, Pam, thank you.
Yep.
Well, after months of drought and heat waves, downpours and storms are slamming some parts of Europe. Ian Lee has the latest.
You'd think this rain would be a blessing in the midst of a scorching summer, and in some ways it is. For the past several days, storms slammed into Europe, bringing thunder and lightning, along with heavy rain to a parched continent. But for months, the sun baked the ground solid, giving the water nowhere to go. The runoff caused flooding in London and sent a river down into the Paris subway. The city received almost its entire monthly rainfall in just 90 minutes. Hail and high winds battered France while killing 3 people on the Mediterranean island of Corsica. In some parts of England, heavy downpours dumped about a month's worth of rain in just hours. Despite getting so much rain, it still isn't enough. Experts here in the UK say months of rain are needed to refill reservoirs and to end the drought, as well as bring Europe's mighty rivers back to life, from the Thames in England to the Rhine in Germany and the Loire in France, all turned into trickles after a summer of heat wave after heat wave. But for firefighters battling blazes across the continent, drought to downpour brought deliverance. Ian Lee, CBS News, London.
And Italy has suffered its worst drought in decades this year, and heavy rains have brought hailstorms and flooding that have damaged dozens of crops. Our forecast not quite so violent as that, but a summer of extremes over in Europe.
Yeah, pretty much. But we're pretty actually average for the temperatures for the month of August, and precipitation for Madison, we're about an inch above. So it's been quite average for us for this year, but we haven't experienced any of that. Really, the three headlines to take for the thing, we got warm and humid today and tomorrow, a little bit more humid tomorrow. Thunderstorm chances coming in. Friday night to Saturday night is the best opportunity to see the rainfall, and dry the first part of next week, and probably back to around 80, which is a few degrees above average. Right now, we got mid to upper 70s right now. We got a few lesser temperatures up there due to the cloud cover associated with those thunderstorms earlier further north. But otherwise, we should see temperatures climb back up into near about 80. Zoom in, we're all about the same temperature, upper 70s, around 80 for Dane County too. The pattern overall, there's our system that we're watching. It's actually digging south. We got a little bit of a thunderstorms over northern that's kind of fell apart over Wisconsin. That's kind of pushed southeast, and that's your cloud cover outside. Otherwise, that's what we're going to watch as it digs south, Minnesota, eventually Iowa, Illinois, before it heads east as we get into Monday. So there's a close-up picture, and you see we talked about those debris clouds. That's kind of what is feeding off of those thunderstorms, and that's what you're seeing at the outside right now. Temperatures, like I said, 80 degrees we're going to see up. There's the cloud cover coming overhead. Tonight, more or less, we have cloud cover of shower or thunderstorm possible overall, but most of the activity should stay away. But there still is that chance. And tomorrow, southerly winds come up. We're going to have maybe a shower or two in the morning, and then it gets more of a question mark of what happens in the afternoon hours with the thunderstorms that come up. So most of the stronger stuff should stay to the south in Iowa and Illinois, but we do have somewhat of a heavy rain threat as we get closer to the Illinois border. So plans for Friday are going to be kind of iffy, especially you get towards the afternoon and evening. Overall, we're going to expect to see the rain come through. This is a longer watch picture, and then we got something maybe next weekend, another rain shot. This just gives you a general idea of what we're expecting for rainfall. Like I said, some of this is going to be convection thunderstorms, so it'll be higher, lower. But really, a quarter to a half, much more as you get further south to Illinois and Iowa. But once it's going to be still wet. So you look at this afternoon, 81, cloud cover. Southwest winds 5 to 10, but still warm, a little bit more humid tonight. Temperatures will stay up with the cloud cover and the winds turning around, probably only mid to lower 60s, unlike the last few nights where we've been in the 50s. Tomorrow, we're looking at the same thing, thunderstorms. So the 10 days we saw right now, 80s, then we're looking at mid 70s with the thunderstorms. The best shot's going to be Friday night, Saturday. Still a chance Sunday, but is not going to be as big of a deal. We're looking at upper 70s for Monday, Tuesday, and like I said, there is a chance we might see another front come through the end of the week. So as things look kind of busy right now, Mark, we're going to see some action, but like I said, it's not going to be an all-day washout, probably Saturday or Sunday, but definitely Saturday morning and Saturday looks the best for opportunity for rainfall.
So keep an eye on the weather if you got plans outside.
Very true.
All right, Greg, thank you. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Some of the best recipes are often ones we grew up with. You know, the ones that instantly take us back to our childhood. Today, we're sharing one that our test kitchen director, Patty, grew up with and loves.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
A trucking accident can be devastating and complex. Gingras, Thompson & Walk's law firm wants you to be informed. From the freight and trucking companies to the owner-operators, the liability can be unclear. Too many victims settle without understanding their rights. You need a law team like GTW, who has a history of winning cases with large settlements for victims, to investigate and advocate for you. Contact GTW lawyers for a free consultation. All in to win. Gingras, Thompson & Walks.
Come on, Brian.
Dad, look.
Brian, come on!
I'm Courtney.
I'm Brian.
Ready, Brian? Summer won't last forever, but you can go out and make memories that will during Toyota's National Sales Event.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, a 2-year or 25,000-mile maintenance plan and roadside assistance. See your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com to learn more.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Senator Johnson's working family defined him. He and his brothers and sisters were raised by 2 loving parents with deep faith who taught him the value of work. As a young man, he shoveled driveways, mowed lawns, delivered papers, caddied, played Little League baseball, and baled hay on his uncle's farm. At 15, he got a dishwashing job at Walgreens Grill and became night manager before he was 16. After college, he married Jane, his wife of 45 years, and moved to Oshkosh to start a manufacturing business with Jane's brother. For the first year, the two traded 12-hour shifts. Over the next 30 years, Senator Johnson performed just about every task in that business. He installed and operated the equipment, loaded trucks, kept the books, and sold its products all over the world. His business didn't export jobs, it exported plastic. His quiet but extensive charitable work was never done for show, but simply to lend a helping hand, a value he learned from our parents. He's my brother and my best friend.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Volunteering offers more than benefits for those served. Volunteers reap health benefits from the time they give. RSVP of Dane County's Driver Services Program needs volunteers to provide rides to medical appointments and deliver meals to older adults in Dane County. Ideal candidates are of legal driving age, love to drive, and meet new people. Schedules are very flexible, and volunteer drivers will use their own vehicles and are reimbursed for mileage. To make a difference, please contact RSVP of Dane County today.
Some of the best recipes are often ones we grew up with. You know, the ones that instantly take us back to our childhood. Well, today, we're sharing a recipe that our test kitchen director, Patty, grew up with. And you won't believe how easy it is. We start by combining some melted butter, flour, and lots of finely chopped walnuts. And we press that firmly into a baking dish before popping it in the oven. This will be our crust. While it bakes, we make a filling by beating together some cream cheese and powdered sugar. Now, get this. We fold in some whipped topping. That's going to make the filling nice and light. Once the crust cools, we'll spread the cream cheese mixture over it. The easiest way to do that is with an offset spatula or with the back of a soup spoon. On top of that goes a layer of chocolate pudding and more whipped topping. Then we sprinkle on some chopped walnuts. Talk about decadent. Once it's chilled, it's ready to dig into. And if it's Patty's all-time favorite go-to dessert, you know it's a good one. To get the recipe for our once top secret cold fudge cake, check out our website. Before you know it, you'll be enjoying the cool creaminess with every forkful. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found the decadent layer after layer way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
It is time to introduce you to our pets of the week, Gucci and Blanky. These best friends are Tibetan Terriers. Gucci's a black and white female who's nearly 6 years old, and Blanky is a gray and white male, almost 5 years old. This bonded pair is very friendly, but Gucci can be shy. They love playing with their toys, but are not fans of other dogs. They're looking for a family that'll pamper them with treats, brushings, snuggles, and love. Stop by the Mounds Pet Food Warehouse in Fitchburg between 10 a.m. and noon Saturday to meet animals available for adoption. The Humane Society staff will also have information available about upcoming dog training classes, and they can chat with pet parents about microchipping pets. For more information, follow the Dane County Humane Society on Facebook. Last week's pet, Euchre the cat, has been adopted. That is great news. Now, if you're interested in adopting Gucci or Blanky or checking out the other animals at the Dane County Humane Society, go to giveshelter.org. And the dog's pictures on the website are before they got shaved to get rid of all the knots and stuff in their hair. So just to take a look at them. They look like a great pair of dogs. And here's Greg, one final look at the forecast.
Yeah, pretty much like I said, we're looking at warm and humid conditions today, tomorrow, and then we have a slight chance of thunderstorms coming in late tonight. The best shot's going to be Friday to Saturday. Looks like dry the next part of early next week. So basically for today, looking at 80, we'll clear out, we'll have clouds increase in this afternoon, drop off to the mid-60s. Warmer tonight just because of clouds and the winds out of the south. Best shot for rain, as we already mentioned, it's going to be Saturday. Quite a bit of chance, and then obviously we decrease quickly after that and dry the next week. 10-day forecast. We're looking, like I said, mid-70s, a little cool those few days, and then next week we warm back up to the lower 80s, and then maybe a slight shot of thunderstorms and coming at the end with another front. So rain this week, dry start the next week.
It's still August. We've got some warm temperatures. All right, Greg, thank you. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.